Ayashimon, Chapter 10. What did I think of this chapter? Well, starting off, it's pretty good. So, we basically get backstory and connections, along with maybe one of the first character deaths. Granted, right now, it's a little hard to tell how the author does things. So, he might kill this background character, he might not. It all depends on A, how popular they are, and B, whether the author is that kind of guy. So, possible character death. Granted, for how the story is so far, I wouldn't put it past him to kill that person. So, we start off with Hatsume still in the car. Urara. Also, sorry in advance if I butchered these names. So Urara also has transformed into her true form along with Ten and Maru. And currently Doppo is chasing them. This may rival Gundam's weird names. Honestly. So anywho, Hashume punches the guard, throws him out the car, jumps up, and explosion, and Doppo pulls out this weird mask thing, and boom, what do you know it? Apparently he's going to, fire and kill Urara. And so Hashime decides, hey, no, that's not happening, and decides to smack him pretty much and buy as much time as we need. We get a little bit of Urara's backstory, and it's all pretty good. There's no real it's a good shonen story, and from what we get right now, it's definitely something that we need, especially in these early chapters. You want to build up, because right now this isn't the old shonen days where you print 700 chapters at the bare minimum. This is where you get big, 200 chapters, and then you leave. Even My Hero's probably not lasting until 400 chapters, so I doubt this will either. If anything, this feels maybe a little bit shorter than Demon Slayer, because the author can definitely expand it however much they want, because there's numerous amounts of officers and gangs, and also we haven't fully explored the underground yet. So I know it's a bit weird to think about, but I'm just trying to project the future. So with this current character death, or supposed character death, it's probably going to propel Urara over the edge. But currently running away, and the chapter pretty much ends with Urara getting one thing out of this, and that is to not lose faith in her father, because her father really did love her wholeheartedly. And that's pretty much the end of the chapter. Now, what did I think of this chapter? Oh, it was pretty good. There's not as... For 10 chapters right now, this build-up and, constant moving ahead is really good. And for a weekly release, I can safely say that it does what it needs to, which is get me excited for the next chapter. I am wholeheartedly accepting of what the next chapter might bring, and I am very excited and happy for it. So if I'm gonna give this a score, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. A solid chapter. Also, there are a few panels in here that are fantastic. I really appreciate them, and yeah, I would 100% check it out. So it's an up and coming manga, so you know what that means? Boys, we better start reading it now, because Look, Shonen Jump, they might be willing to take risks, but it has to get pretty popular. And considering, like, if we want this to get an anime adaptation, that way more normies can jump in and start jumping on it and it finally gets the recognition it deserves, then we all better start contributing in. So, with a 7 out of 10, I'm going to bid you farewell. And just remember that next week, it's going to be a One Piece and an Ayashimon chapter review. You betcha, boys. Better be excited. Later.